How's it going, everyone? Got yet another major PlayStation 5 software update to go over in this video, and this one is going to be a beta update. So if you are a beta participant, I believe you'll be getting emails sent to you about this update, and there's a lengthy PlayStation blog post as well. Obviously, this isn't going to be rolled out in the main update, and they are features to look forward to in the latter portion of the year. And on top of that, an exciting remaster has finally gotten its release date. I knew it was going to get its release date. It was gonna be a pretty quick turnaround, and it in fact is. So excited about that. This is a game that I think a lot of people are gonna have a good time with, so we'll talk that at the end of this video. But right off the top, new PlayStation 5 Beta rolls out tomorrow with personalized 3D audio profiles and new remote play settings as well. Coming from Hiromi Wakai, VP of Product Management over at Sony Interactive Entertainment on the PlayStation blog, thanks to feedback from our PlayStation community, we've introduced many new features and refinements over the past few years to enhance your gaming experience on PS5. Let me say that I do feel like they've done a pretty good job of creating a more compelling user interface and just a user experience that is more sound, more fundamentally well-designed, especially because if you go back to the PlayStation 3 days, let's be real, as the biggest fan of the PlayStation 3 as a console, that online connectivity, its software, its UI, although I love the XMB, certainly did have its shortcomings. I feel like they've made a lot of progress in the last few years. And it's a lot of progress via features that, as a standalone feature, it might not be blowaway, but it's all of these features coming together and complementing one another that make a more sound experience. So just want to give Sony credit where it's due, because I do crap on them a lot. Starting tomorrow, we're happy to roll out a new PS5 beta that introduces personalized 3D audio profiles for headphones and earbuds, as well as the ability to limit remote play access for individual users. I actually quite like that. Additionally, PS5 beta participants using the latest slimmer PS5 model will also be able to test adaptive charging for their controllers. While beta access is limited to invited participants in select countries, we plan to release the update globally in the coming months. If you're selected to participate in the beta, you'll receive an email invitation tomorrow when it's available to download. Some features available during the beta phase may not make it to the final version or may see significant changes, so keep that in mind. So right off the top, one of the main things they're highlighting is personalized 3D audio profiles for headphones and earbuds is available for all PS5 models. In this generation, 3D audio is one of the key ways that creators have enhanced the immersive quality of games. As individuals, we all hear sounds differently based on the size and shape of our head, ears, and ear canals. We're pleased to introduce a feature that lets your PS5 console create a personalized 3D audio profile just for you with a set of headphones or earbuds like the Pulse Elite wireless headset or Pulse Explore wireless earbuds. You can run through a set of sound quality tests to analyze a vast number of factors to create an audio profile that best fits your hearing characteristics. For example, your personalized 3D audio profile may enable you to better sense the positions of characters and objectives in a game world more clearly than before, making the experience more immersive. And they go over how to create a personalized 3D audio profile. To create a personalized 3D audio profile for your headphones or earbuds, go to Settings, into Sound, 3D Audio, Headphones on your PS5 console, and follow the steps displayed on the screen. Your audio profile will be saved on your PlayStation 5 per user, and you can also still select from 3D audio presets like before. This feature builds on the 3D audio enhancements we've introduced to PS5 since launch, including 3D audio support for built-in TV speakers and support for compatible Dolby-enabled audio devices. These features give you additional options to immerse yourself more deeply in the rich variety of soundscapes in PS5 games powered by Tempest 3D audio tech as well. And then we have another new feature, an enable remote play for individual users, available for all PS5 models. You can now adjust remote play settings per user and choose who is allowed to connect to your PS5 console using remote play. So if your friends or family members come over and sign into your PS5 console with their account for PlayStation Network, you can easily modify who can continue accessing your PS5 console using remote play when they leave. To adjust these settings, go to Settings, System, Remote Play, Enable Remote Play, and choose which user you want to enable access to your PS5 console through remote play. This is the type of feature that on the surface sounds so small, but is a nice feature to have because you you never know when something like this is gonna be useful, and it's just a feature that should be baked in to every platform that has some sort of remote connectivity, so nice to see that get implemented as well. Then we have adaptive charging for your controller. That is for the latest PS5 model, as in the Slim, not the unannounced Pro. Adaptive charging for the DualSense wireless controller, DualSense Edge wireless controller, PlayStation VR 2 Sense controllers, and Axis controller is now available for PS5 Beta participants using the latest PS5 model. When the console is in rest mode, adaptive charging helps save power by adjusting the length of time that power is supplied to your controller based on its battery level. To use adaptive charging, go to Settings, System, Power Saving features available in rest mode, and then select Supply Power to USB ports. Adaptive can be selected, and after your PS5 enters rest mode, if a controller isn't connected, the power supply to the USB port will stop after a certain period of time. So pretty nice there, and they know we look forward to hearing our beta participants' response and introduce new features to our global community in the months ahead. Stay tuned for additional details, and as always, thanks for your valuable support and feedback. And this is coming off the heels of a main update being detailed yesterday. We talked about that, so nice little beta update here. I know most of you guys probably aren't beta participants, but for those of you that are, this is handy. And on top of that, it's new features coming to the PlayStation 5, so everybody is going to be able to take advantage of it. I know that it says they may see significant changes. Rarely are significant changes made, and under the hood, these updates are being worked on, so at the very least, in some form and fashion, you will see all of this be implemented. And if it's not the way that it is in the beta, chances are it's because they're trying to make it better, or there's some error with it, so on and so forth, and ultimately, again, trying to make it better. So emails are being sent out about that. Check yours if you are a beta participant. Moving on from that, do quickly want to note, talked about this game a while ago, a little bit interesting that there wasn't a release date announced, but I had noted that I think Shadows of the Damned Hello Remastered is gonna get a release date announced, and then it's gonna come out fairly quickly thereafter. And how about this? Coming out on Halloween Day. Now, it's not like Shadows of the Damned is a super scary game or anything like that, but it's got a little bit of a trippy vibe with demons and whatnot, and you probably can, you know, look at it as a more comical Halloween thematic game. Shadows of the Damned, an action-adventure road trip through hell, has been remastered at last. Get ready for a story about rock love and just a little bit of demon slaying. This is done by Grasshopper, who, obviously, if you're familiar with them, know that they do a little bit of quirky, off-the-wall games, to say the least, and Shadows of the Damned was one of those games of the early 2010s, late 2000s that was stuck on the PlayStation 3, the PS3 purgatory, as I like to call, and some of these games, like your Shadows of the Damned, your Enslaved Odyssey to the West, games of that caliber where they weren't incredibly well received, but they are just getting completely lost in the ether, stuck in, as I mentioned, PlayStation 3 purgatory. So it's nice for games like Shadows of the Damned Hello Remastered to actually come to fruition. You've got stuff like, you know, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, you've got stuff like Dead Rising. I like all of that to come out because the PlayStation 3 era is becoming a little bit of a forgotten era, which honestly is so depressing to me because I constantly say the PS3, for my teenage years, that was my console. Like throughout high school, those summer breaks of staying up until 4 a.m. playing various PS3 games obviously is going to be with me for the rest of my life. So whenever I see games like your Shadows of the Damned, games like El Shaddai Ascension of the Metatron, yes, your boy was aware of these games as a teenager. I don't know why I was, but I was. Outside of playing, you know, Killzone 2, your boy was playing Shadows of the Damned as well, and I remember enjoying the game quite a bit. I also remember some parts of this game got incredibly grating, but again, this is talking about me whenever this came out, 12 years ago or however long it's been. But again, it's just nice to see these games come back to the forefront. Obviously, everybody wants PS3 backwards compatibility, but if Sony's never gonna do that, and there's a possibility that they can't do that at a large scale where every game is supported, at the very least, let's get some of these games like Shadows of the Damned. I get that there are licensing issues, which makes it difficult for games like Skate 2, Skate 3, which I think people would absolutely go ape crazy for, and maybe they can get it done. I don't know the licensing deals on those, but you know, there's games like that, Bleach Soul Resurrection I constantly talk about for my anime heads out there, and there's so many more. It's just I have to sit down and really think about it, but thankfully we have gotten some titles. Like we got Red Faction Guerrilla. That's a game that, again, I would put in that Shadows of the Damned territory where it's not a super well received game. It's fairly well received, but kind of got lost in the shuffle. Then thankfully THQ Nordic brought it back, back. Enslaved Odyssey to the west, as I mentioned, and El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron, which did get ported to various platforms. But again, we want these games to be preserved, and Tales of Xillia apparently getting a remaster. That's another one, so it's good to see stuff like this happen. If we can't get backwards compatibility, yeah, we might get some egregious prices with some of these remasters, but at the very least, they're being preserved, and you can wait for them to go on sale and pick them up then. But diatribe over on that. Just nice to see that coming to fruition later this year. That's gonna do it for me. Again, new PlayStation 5 Beta update rolling out tomorrow, and on top of that, these features will be ultimately out in the coming months. And on top of that, Shadows of the Damned Hella Remastered gets a release date of October 31st. You can check that out on Halloween Day. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.